Hi, I'm Luke Tanaka, and I'm here with Elmhurst men's basketball coach John Baines. And coach, a 1-1 week, which puts you at 6-1 in the conference and tied for the top in the CCIW. Based on where you are now and what your goals were early in the season, how do you feel your team's doing so far?
It's a halfway point, and we're tied for first place. I think usually the team that wins the league is generally about 12-2. So at 6-1, I think we're in good shape. If we can do that again in the second half, I think we'll stand a chance to win the league.
The win last week against North Park, a tough overtime victory, 91-88, and we talked about Jordan Robinson, Juwan Henry. It's hard not to before the game, and they combined for 61 points. What allowed them to be so successful against your defense?
It was a great coaching game plan, wasn't it, to limit the guys that scored 44 to 61? But no, they got to us. Jordan Robinson's really improved. I mean, I already knew that, but he really played a great game, and North Park's playing well. I think college basketball is all about when you start playing guys. At teams. At certain times, teams are down, teams are up. North Park's really started playing well lately, and I was just happy to get the win. I thought we played a good game, but I thought North Park played a really good game, and so for us to get a win out of it, I was happy.
Eric Crittenden hit the key game-tying jumper with 8 seconds to go. He went 8 for 11 from the floor with the team-high 19 points. But in a couple of the games sandwiched between there, the one against North Central, the one against Wheaton, he hasn't shot very well, been 1 of 10, 1 of 7. What's going to be the key for him the second time around in this conference schedule? Now that everybody's seen him, what kind of adjustments is he going to have to make?
I think he's going to have to diversify a little bit. He hasn't been getting on the glass and getting to the line as much as he has in the past. And I've actually, talked with him recently and just said, and he's not unlike a lot of our team, to be honest with you. We've been inconsistently shooting the basketball, but we haven't been getting to the line and sometimes not getting on the offensive glass like one. So I think he's a microcosm of our whole team in a lot of ways. And so I'm hoping that he can start getting a little bit more physical at the rim, and I think that'll help him get going.
First conference loss for the Blue Jays came against North Central on Saturday, and they had all five starters in double figures, and it seemed like they went on a couple of runs here and there that just kind of put the game out of reach. End of the first half, 13-4 run in the last 5 minutes. Looking at that, are you more interested in what happened on the offensive end of the floor or the defensive end of the floor on those kind of runs?
I think both. I think on the offensive side, I felt like North Central did a great job. They really played a very good game. We bailed them out a little bit because we took a lot of long twos. We weren't really attacking the basket like I felt like we could, and so I felt like we kind of put ourselves in that position. From a defensive standpoint, I thought we did a good job of guarding their action, but they won the edge of the glass, and I felt like they were a little quicker to the ball. They grabbed a lot of loose balls. And I think Kyle Weiss basically said it the best. He said, Coach, after the game, he's like, I'm not sure. I just think they wanted it more than we did, and I'm not sure why that is, but I think they just came ready to play, and they got a home win.
Will Nixon had a pretty efficient game in that one of your better in terms of efficiency on offense. Are we going to see him more in the offensive game plan going forward?
We're always trying to get him more touches. He's a great field goal percent shooter. Will, to his own, is his own weakness sometimes in the sense that he's very unselfish, and he likes to screen and pass and get on the offensive glass. We've been trying to tell him, I think, for the last couple of years to man the ball a little bit more. But, we know we got a good player down there. When we throw it to him, we think he can score, and I don't think any of our players have any problem throwing it down there. It's just a matter of trying to get it to him.
In a 2-game stretch, it's been perhaps the Blue Jays' toughest behind the three-point line. 28% against North Park, 31% against North Central. What are you going to do to gain the success that you had earlier in the season?
Rain dance, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of options. No, it's the ebbs and flows of a conference season. I mean, nobody shoots the ball 14 straight games well, usually. We have to guard, we have to board, and we've got some guys that I know are good shooters that are not knocking down their shot like I know they can. Your thoughts a lot of times with that is hopefully about the time somebody else starts kind of tailing off, they start picking it up, and that's kind of been our team anyway. A lot of guys seem to pitch in.
Now up comes another matchup with Augustana, another marquee matchup in the conference and nationally. Last time, 21 turnovers. Besides that, the box score really favored your team in total, but what are you going to do to cut down on that number?
Well, they're going to throw a press at us, and it's going to be at their place. I'm quite certain that they'll bring a lot of energy there. We just have to relax and take care of the ball. I mean, we were in the right positions last time. I think we just got the moment kind of got to us a little bit. But now, we've been in that spot. I'd be surprised if we turned it over that many times, but I'm sure Gray will have his guys coming at us. So I got my fingers crossed.
And that game here in RA Fagnall Hall against Augustana was actually their lowest shooting percentage of the whole season from the field, under 40%. The only time a team has limited them to under 40%. What can you do to build off that and do something similar at their place?
Well, we didn't give them a lot of second chances. We won the glass, and then I think we did a good job of making the right guys shoot, and I think that was the biggest thing. I mean, we're usually a good field goal percentage team defensively anyway. I think we're right up there. We holding teams in the high 30s. So I think that's part of our strength, and if we can rebound, I think we'll probably see something like that again.
Then on Saturday, it'll be a matchup with Milliken here at home. They shot pretty well against you the first time around. It was a pretty close game throughout and then able to pull away at the end. What did you learn from the first matchup that will help you here in the second time around?
They're a very scrappy team. We didn't have Crittenden playing for. Eric wasn't playing with us that night. He was injured. So that was a missing piece for us on the offensive end. And from a defensive end, they were really quick, and they did knock down some shots. And so I think for us, we got Augie, and then coming back at home versus Milliken, it'll be nice to get home and see what our energy looks like.
Safe travels to Augustana, and good luck this week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.